Partly cloudy overnight, patchy fog possible again, with lows in the upper single digits.
Hello, basketball fans. This is Matt Houchin and Andy Groebner. We welcome all of you to Jaguar Arena. As you can see, Andy and I are all dressed up for tonight's main event between the Rosemount Irish and the always exciting Jefferson Jaguars.
This game is produced by Jefferson High School's television station WJAG-TV, affiliate of BEC-TV, cable channel 32, Bloomington, Minnesota.
Well, the stands are filled, the bands are playing, and both teams are psyched up and ready to go.
Players to watch tonight for Jefferson: Steve Nestle, John Shanka, Mark Heffron, and Eric Schneider. And the captains for Rosemount Irish: Seth Narva, Jeff Drug, Jeff Eckerman, Lance Glosmeyer. That's it. Jaguars come in looking for the second consecutive Lake Conference victory. The Rosemount Irish looking for the first overall victory.
What you can't do, Andy, right now is underestimate the Irish.
No, they went to double overtime last week with Edina, so they're showing people that they can play. But we'll see what they have to show us tonight.
Can you hear me in there?
Let's get about to get ready to roll. Both teams are getting psyched up. And they're both in their big huddles. As the band plays, we're psyched up here in Jaguar Arena. Starting for the Jaguars tonight, Eric Schneider, Mark Heffron, Steve Nestle, Michael Labens, and Tim Brown. Super sensation Tim Brown. He's played in minimal games this year, and he's scored 69 points. What an amazing sophomore. Let me check that games. Tim Brown. So 9 games played, only 35 quarters. Unbelievable sensation. Mike Labens makes his return to the lineup after his first game of the year. He suffered a head injury. Let's see what we can do tonight.
Oh,
he swatted that one out of the court.
And that was Daniel Lee, a 6'5" center, winning the tip there over Steve Nestle. We'll see what the Jaguars can do. See if they can put in the initial damage against the Irish.
Yeah, the initial damage is always important.
John Shanka not getting the start tonight. I hear he has a sprained ankle, so it's going to be tough to intimidate the Irish tonight without the presence of John Shanka.
Jaguars are also without super sophomore 6'11" Andy Skoglund, so it's going to be a tough one for the Jaguars tonight. Jaguars put the first basket in with Steve Nestle.
As for the status of the big man, Andy Skoglund, Judge Eric Lean has placed a gag order, so we can't disclose any information over the airwaves. He is playing the trombone up in the stands tonight. Don't know why he's not on the basketball court.
Jeff Eppel's three-pointer falls off the hoop, and Jaguars control to Brown. Brown is a superb three-point shooter. They look to get to him whenever
Nestle
they
with
can.
the shot.
Nestle off the backboard, outside to Heffron controlling.
Heffron taking his time, looking around, pass to Schneider. Back to Heffron.
Schneider 4-3, off the hoop.
And a great rebound by Nestle.
Oh,
he really can get in there and fight for it.
He's a big kid. He'll go line for 2. A silence tonight here at Jaguar Arena. The crowd's packed, but I don't know. It's kind of slow starting. I think if they had John Shanka starting, this place would be erupted right now.
A little bit about Steve Nestle. His favorite entertainer is Homer Simpson. His favorite music group is U2. His additional high school interests include football, student council, and the National Honor Society. Oh, and Nestle misses the first one.
Nestle has the best free throw percentage on the team at 70.6%, and he hits the second one. So he's at 50% right now. We'll keep a track on him throughout the game. 43. Controlling it.
Lance Glosmeyer, captain.
Over to Jeff Appel. Underneath Jeff Ackerman.
The Irish just can't seem to get it worked inside. They're having trouble getting it in to the big man in the middle.
He's running around like a madman, fighting with Mike Labens, trying to get the open shot. A running jumper.
Good defense. Great defense by Mike Labens. I didn't get to see him play at all the last time I was here, but
Drug to Lance, back
he's
to Drug. Looking for the 25-footer. The Irish working it really well on the perimeter. Too bad you don't get points for working on the perimeter, Matt. Jeff Eckerman steps out of bounds. Jaguars control.
You mean you don't get points for working it around the perimeter?
No, you can work it along the perimeter as long as you want. You will not get a point there, Matt.
As you know, there's no shot clock in high school. So,
Brown for a three. Oh, in and out. Crowd is getting excited.
Labens. Oh, right off the backboard.
Brown's getting. Everybody around school is talking about Brown and his the sophomore sensation. What do you have to say about that, Matt?
I don't call him a sophomore sensation. I call him a sock-more sensation. Look at those socks, Andy.
I can't find them. Oh, pulled high like Bobby Jackson. That's quite intimidating, I would say.
Probably not very intimidating. It looks kind of funny looking, actually.
That's what I meant.
Whatever.
Certain things affect certain people different ways, Matt.
But I'm sure he could school me at basketball any day.
Actually, I played him at the club 2 weeks ago, and he beat me 10-8 by one.
He beat you?
He beat me.
Oh.
Tripping on my tongue early in the game.
With a nice little layup.
That's Nestle with 5 tonight.
And now we've got Glosmeyer bringing it up again.
Shock is in the game. Boy, is he a big boy. He weighs about 295, 300 pounds.
I don't know if his ankle's that bad. I saw him doing some alley-oops earlier in the game. He was throwing a couple down.
Yeah, she scored a lot of points this game, Matt.
In the warm-up.
Okay.
We'll see if John Shanka can get some fouls and keep his team-leading foul status.
Yeah. Daniel Lee kicks the ball off his ankle, and Heffron brings the ball down the court. I think Heffron's got some new shoes, Matt. The low top and they're black. I've not seen him wear those before.
I think he's going after the Nick Silka look.
Yeah. Nick Silka, of course, a sophomore. Wears black shoes. Oh, Brown 0 for 2 from the three-point land. He's got to keep shooting from there. Last game he started 0 for 3 and ended up 7 of 9. It's a pretty good shooting performance from three-point land.
And folks, don't change your channel at halftime because we have the one and the only superstar senior, Lindsay Krug, who is going to be talking with me about her boyfriend, Captain Eric Schneider, the connection she's involved in, and just some keys for the game.
Yeah, did she play basketball, or is she just not know much about basketball?
I don't know.
She's pretty tall? Okay.
Oh, and there's another 3 attempt, and it's complete air ball.
Complete air ball. It's not air ball,
yeah.
complete air ball.
Complete air ball.
Bounce pass to Schneider to Brown. Looking to 3, pulls back. Jeff, shotgun the paint. Oh, so smooth.
Nicely laid in by John Shanka.
Shanka was, I don't know, he looked like he took about 40 steps in the paint there, but he only took a few.
Rosemount puts it back out to the perimeter. Back out to the perimeter. 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 Oh, he tries to work inside. And he's unsuccessful. Eric Schneider with a nice bound.
That might be why Rosemont's 0-11. They haven't figured out you got to bring the ball inside the three-point line.
And once you do make it in the three-point line, this is a key that they need to work on. Once you do get it in the three-point line, you have to put the ball in the basket.
Okay. So those fans out at TV, at home watching TV that don't know much about basketball, you just learned something from them.
Oh, number 5 there, Seth Narva likes taking the three-pointer.
No three-pointers made yet this game. There's 7 unsuccessful attempts. Big teams early on have to work it inside to the big men. Work it out once the people outside get more room.
Right now it is 7-0 Jefferson with 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. Brown again. Oh, and the referees make a controversial call about Mark Heffron being out of bounds. I don't know about that one. But they have a better sight than I do, so.
Yes, they do.
Better angle on that.
Okay, yeah. Brown can't get frustrated. He's 0 for 3 from three-point land, so he's got to stay tough mentally. Not let that get to him. Rosemount likes to stay outside, as we've noticed early.
Seth Narva to Drug for 3. Drug drains it.
The Irish make it on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Bounce past Carterly. Did Carterly just enter the game?
Yes, he did.
Okay. To have
Carterly, the standout junior, of course.
Is he the only junior that plays this year, Matt?
Into Shanka.
Shanka fouled. He'll go line for two. Shanka throwing the head fake in. I think Shanka needs to work the crossover, be more effective. Joe Albert up, ready to come in. We haven't heard much from Joe this year.
No, we haven't.
He's 0 for 2 from field.
While Shanka's taking some free throws, Eric Lean, superstar, broke his wrist a couple weeks ago. He has got the cast off, and he should be ready to come back in a couple weeks.
He's practicing again tomorrow, so early as tomorrow he'll be practicing. Maybe, one in a million chances he will be playing next week. Shanka hits the second one.
With the heart of Eric Lean, I would not doubt it.
Yes.
Joe Albert into the game. His favorite pro player is Dennis Rodman. Let's see if he plays anything like Rodman.
Captain Narva controlling the ball. Bounce pass to Drug. Drug looking at... ooh! That one lands in the 18th row over here. Holy cow.
The Irish. It looked like they overstepped the perimeter there a little bit. They want to work it way outside.
Heffron controlling again. Should watch Heffron practice someday if you have a chance to come to Jefferson Arena. Practice right after school for about 2.5 hours. He is a madman with the shots.
Brown with the tray.
Brown's first on the night. He's 1 for 4. That makes him... Let me look here. Where's the three-pointer? There it is. 15 for 34 on the year. Drug coming back, bounces off the rim. Brown comes out to bounds.
Drug tries to drain another one, but is unsuccessful.
Heffron controlling. Cutterly up top. Inside to Shanka. Having trouble.
Dribble. If the Irish had a player like Shanka, it wouldn't be so hard to get it inside.
No. Just look at that guy. He's huge. Heffron for 3. Wow, long. Scuffle underneath. It's like a fight might break out. Nope.
The 6'5" Daniel Lee of the Irish just can't contain the big man.
He's got the height, but not the weight. Weight's a big thing. If you got the waist size to keep somebody after you, you're gonna get the rebounds most of the times. If you're similar in height.
Yeah, you gotta have a little meat on you.
Yeah, meat. Shanky knows about the meat, let me tell you.
The Jaguars I know are gonna put in all they've got because they got a 3-day weekend coming up. The quarter just ended. Finals are all over, so everyone's relaxed about that, happy about that. And they have 3 days rest after this game, so we're going to see an all-out effort tonight. 41 seconds left in the quarter.
Tim Brown takes the seat as Joe Albert makes his appearance. There's a discussion at the scorer's table right now. I'm unsure as to what's going on. Evans seems to be kind of questioning the call. Don Wickland is the scorer tonight. He's been the scorer for everything. He's very active around the school. Too bad he's talking about retirement. He's a equipment manager for all sports. He has a score table. And I'm talking, Matt.
Well, I just have to butt in because I know a lot of equipment managers.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
A lot of equipment managers, they just give you the equipment and then just like, here's your equipment, right?
Yep.
Donnie Wickland. I go in for some socks for soccer, right? Because I lose my socks a lot. Don Wickland says, "Hey, how you doing, Houch? Why don't we sit down and have a cup of coffee?"
Yeah.
He just sits and talks to you for about 3 or 4 hours about sports, what's going on, about the chemistry he's teaching, chemistry class.
I had him for biology. Too.
Biology.
That's one tough class, let me tell you.
He's just a heck of a guy.
Yes.
And the best darn equipment manager I've ever known.
Narva up top, over to Lance, back to Narva. Underneath.
Does he get it inside? But Joe Albert,
he looked a little feisty on that one. He pounced all over that like a rabbit on, green grass.
Yeah. Like I said before, Joe Albert's favorite player is Dennis Rodman.
Oh, okay. It was like
obviously trying to emulate him on that play right there.
Oh,
Drug!
I'm not going to say anything about Drug in his last name. First quarter ends with the Jaguars leading 11-3. Jaguars sporting their offense, or is it the Irish not sporting their offense? Jaguars sporting their defense, or is the Irish not sporting their offense? I'd say it's Jaguar defense. They allow the fewest points per game in the Lake Conference, which is a great statistic. And they've got Brown stepping up and hitting the threes lately. You know, make a good team.
Now we got the band up. They're doing a little Go Bananas cheer. The cheerleaders are on the middle of the court out there.
Yeah, too bad nobody likes to watch cheerleaders. It seems like, you know, the appreciation for the cheerleaders has gone down the last few years. You know, people.
They're just not getting the respect they deserve.
Exactly right, Matt.
They're out there game after game, busting their hump, trying to lift spirits.
Yeah.
And some people just laugh at them.
You gotta take them seriously. They work hard, you know, day in and day out after school, you know, practicing the cheers over and over. They sit in class, you know, going through their head, you know, the day before they have a game, you know, at night. They sit in class, you know, going through the cheer, going in their head, going through the cheer in their head.
I tell you what, Andy, the Jaguars wouldn't have won 6 games if it hadn't been for Melanie Wilbur and her crew.
Yes. She leads them to victory every time. Joshua, what's he doing? Oh, he's showing us why he's a big man inside. He can't shoot worth a darn.
That's not
Sorry.
nice to say.
You know, you gotta say that sometimes, you know. He's a nice guy. He can play inside, but he can't move outside and hit the shots. So, you know, it's a little advice to Shaka, stay inside.
What's on the Jaguars' minds right now is they're thinking the Irish are 0-11. So we're gonna put our 12-foot people out on the perimeter and have them shoot threes because we're up by 8. But 8 points isn't that much.
Talking about 12 feet on Shaka's height or waist?
If Drug can drain a few more, just a few more threes, they'll be ahead of the Jaguars. So you can't underestimate them at this point in the game. It is only the second quarter.
Charge on big man for Rosemount, number 25, Daniel Lee. First foul of the night, offensive charging. Jaguars control.
Another thing why the Jaguars aren't, or the fans aren't into it tonight is the absence that we said before of Andy Skoglund.
Yeah, Skoglund, of course, is out for personal reasons. Brown drives. Not often do you see Brown driving the lane, coming up for a jumper.
Because Skoglund is 27 feet tall, he's often a crowd favorite.
Yeah. You know, a big block, you know, like a three-pointer, a big block, you know, or a fight, you know, brawl.
Yeah.
Get the crowd into the game.
Skoglund's a fighter. Maybe that's why he's not playing tonight.
Yeah, you got suspended for 2 weeks for brawling at a bar room. Just kidding, folks at home. Oh, that's a nice. There's a foul on Rosemount. Do you think Brown passed that? The tip off the Rosemount player into the hands of Steve Nestle, or it just happened?
I don't know. Nestle thinks it's a questionable call by the referee.
Was the foul with Jefferson? I looked down for a second.
Nestle laughing all
the jump ball. My bad. Cutterly blind pressure back. Now Brown. Jaguars working a 2-3 defense. Rosemount swinging the ball well.
Drug bobbles.
Jaguar ball. No.
Oh, it was last tipped off Eric Schneider.
I don't know, Matt. That is arguable. Ball in the corner now. Back to the corner.
You know what I'm upset with is the lack of fouls in this game.
You know, John Shock is not playing up to his potential, you know. Sometimes you're on, sometimes you're not. You know, John Shock is just not giving the fouls tonight.
And when John Shonka shuts down, it's up to Tim Brown, it's up to the Eric Schneiders of the world to start fouling and intimidating the other team. You know, Schneider's the captain. He's really got to get in there and start pushing people around.
Yeah. You know, Schneider's kind of a nice guy. Maybe Steve Nestle can do that. You know, Steve Nestle's a tough guy. You know, kind of, you know, straight off Philadelphia, you know, the ghetto. What do you think?
What are you talking about?
You know, it's making reference to Rocky, you know, a tough guy from Philadelphia, you know, kind of lives in the slums.
All right.
Now, do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know what you were talking about. I thought you were talking about the Fresh Prince or something for a minute.
No, he's not a tough guy. He's just a player. Brown for 3. Oh! In and out. Brown 1 for 5 now from 3-point land.
robbed by the rim.
You know, that rim's kind of stingy tonight, you know?
It is now 13-3 with 5 minutes and 26 seconds left.
Oh, do we have a foul on
Before
Shanka?
halftime.
Yeah, we do. Shanka's first foul of the night. Oh, no. It's
I'm
Cutterly.
sorry, folks. Sorry about that call.
Sorry to get your hopes up there.
Cutterly. Oh, Shanka's coming out. He's mad. I think he thought the foul should have been called on him. So he's a little upset.
He's having a play now.
Oh, Schneider with the nice steal.
Oh, throws it.
Around. Well done by Schneider.
Showing great athleticism there. He even gets to bring the ball down for doing that.
You know, one of the keys of basketball is to know where your teammates are at all times. Eric Schneider could have been out of bounds, but he knew where Tim Brown was and immediately passed the ball to him.
Yeah, that's important.
Excellent play by the captain.
Cutterly at the line. Cutterly with his first. Cutterly's a great shooter from outside also. He's actually over 11 from three-point line, but ooh, the Rosemount crowd get into it.
Oh, it looked like the Rosemount yell there startled Jeff Cutterly.
You know, as you get older, you know, you get more experience, you know. You can become better, you know, handling, like, the crowd yelling at you.
Yeah, Jeff Cutterly will be unstoppable next year.
After 1 year of experience. Rosemount controlling, working around the perimeter as they like to do. Is that a kind of style of offense, like the perimeter offense?
I don't know that much about basketball.
Okay.
Oh, it is tipped out of bounds by Eric Schneider. Mark Heffron entering the game again. Jeff Cutterly sitting out. Jeff Cutterly with a well-deserved rest. Once again, this game is brought to you by WJEG-TV, an affiliate of BCTV. Oh! As I was saying, an affiliate of BCTV, cable channel 32, Bloomington, Minnesota, USA.
Western Hemisphere. Northern above the equator. World.
Oh, be quiet.
Okay. Just trying to make fun of you there, Matt.
Well, who do we got to follow on here?
I know it's not Shaka.
Joe Albert.
Whoa. Joe Albert. I think that might be his first foul of the year.
Albert once again showing his Rodman-esque attitude.
Excuse me, second foul of the game. Fourth foul in the year. So he's doubled his fouls on the year tonight. You know, you're talking about stepping in for Shaka and getting the fouls.
He gets a big thumbs up from me and Andy.
Jeff Eckerman hits it.
It's now 14-5.
Rosemount giving the press. Jaguars have had a hard time this year with the press, but Heffron works through that pretty easily, being just a one-man press. Heffron controlling, bouncing it around. Schneider hold up in the air. Pass. Brown, you know, doing a little bit more driving tonight. I don't know if, like, you know, not having the big man in there tonight is, like, freedom up his space. I don't know why it would, but just a thought. That's a loud three by Drug. Drug's doing well with the three-pointers.
I think that's 2 for Drug right now.
2 for Drug. That's 6 points then. This is it. We're outside. Oh, that's got to be a hold.
Good point.
Oh, Rosemount ball. Coming in for the game, number 5, Seth Narvana. And number 43, Lance Glosiemeyer. Actually, I was kidding. It's not Nirvana. It's Narva. Curly stepping down court. Trying to just, you know, he's just trying to scare Seth. You know, don't come to Jaguar territory.
He's saying, hey, I got a foul tonight, and Shanka doesn't have any. Don't mess with me. And they work it nicely inside to Daniel Lee. And he's unable to put in the easy layup.
I think that's what, you know, Rosemount has to do, you know. Pass the ball, you know, beyond, you know.
I think they need to make more baskets.
That always helps, too. Although they are leading this quarter in scoring, you know, 5-1. Shaka with the ball. He's working it well off the glass.
Nice shot by Shaka. You know, the earlier game with the JV, I think the JV beat him like 82 to 30 something.
82-39, you know. That'd be fun if this game was like that. You know, a lot of scoring. Just as ball isn't falling is too much, you know? Can't get that many points.
Yeah,
The ball doesn't go through the hoop as much as it did the previous game.
Was this going to be a charge on Cutterley?
No. It's on Rosemount.
That's too bad.
On Lance Glossemeyer, forward, senior, 6'2". First foul of the night.
Chris Landgager getting ready to come into the game for the Irish.
What's his last name?
Landgager.
It's a cool name.
Ripping off the button-down pants, which are very popular with the basketball teams these days.
Called rip-offs. Kind of creative name, huh, when you rip them off.
Cutterley makes it
outside the
easily
Brown.
Around Joe Epple. And it's going the other way.
Not sure what the foul was. What was a violation? What was the violation? 3 seconds in the lane on Jefferson. That's one you don't see called there very often these days. You know, it's kind of gone out with the times. Right, Matt?
Exactly.
Yeah, we're kind of quiet tonight. You know, we're not, as animated, as laughing as we usually are. You know, what's going on?
Well, I think the game was closer last time, and it was more exciting. Well, it is 16-10 now after that 2-point shot, so Eric Schneider will bring it up.
Rosemount's really picked up their offense, and Jaguars haven't this quarter. But they got Shaka underneath.
Shaka!
And one.
Has a chance for the 3-point play. I think maybe we are just as animated, but it doesn't seem like we are because Jeff Evans looks so good in that suit.
Yes, Jeff Evans, of course, is dressed up for tonight's event.
Jeff Evans, as you know, is the head coach of the Jaguars.
Also a Phi-Ed and health teacher today. Really tough final to have 10th grade health. It's a trip to McDonald's. You walk to McDonald's, Actually, they do take a test, then they go to McDonald's. But, it's always fun.
Shaka does convert with the 3-point play. It's now 19-10 with 1 minute, 43 seconds remaining. And at halftime, once again, we will be talking with Lindsay Krug, Eric Schneider's girlfriend.
I was reading Lindsay's bio. She's really interesting. She's had, good conversation there with Lindsay.
Shaka, the big man. I don't think the ankle has been a factor at all for Shaka, except in the foul category.
Shaka now has 10 points
10
for
fouls?
Shaka.
Oh.
Don't get excited. Don't get your hopes up. That's only 10 points for Shaka.
All right.
Shaka was kind of in a scoring slump. He had 4 points in 2 games there. He's definitely come out of it tonight with 10 points in the first half. Maybe that ankle, kind of got him to work harder, And he goes, I got a, depleted ankle.
Yep.
Really enthusiastic. Yep, there. It would have been, sad if Sean could not have played tonight. He wasn't sure today if Jamie Hornibrook, the trainer, would allow him to play or not.
So, Andy, how do you do on your finals?
Oh, I did really well. I got a A+ on my philosophy final, an A on my what class is that? Business law. And
Trey by drug.
Back to my finals, and also I got an A on my math final. Or did I say that one already? Math, business law, I got A's, and finished up my English final today, the last period. So I'm not sure about that grade. I know it's an A, but I'm just not gonna say anything. Cutterley's shots bounces in and out as Narvana throws up a white pass. No, it's Narvana.
All right. The nickname, Narvana.
Who's number 31? Chris Langinger has got a funky T-shirt on underneath his jersey. What is that?
Where is he out there?
He's throwing the ball in right here. Landgager. I don't know. I've never seen that kind of T-shirt before. It's kind of interesting. Maybe Landgager will hit the rafters like what happened last game. Single most funniest thing I've ever seen in a basketball game. The Chaska Hawks forward was inbounding the pass. He had 27-foot Andy Skolkin standing in front of him. To get it over him, he had to throw it towards the ceiling, hit the ceiling, That always stinks.
Yeah, it does stink. Oh, they work it inside?
What's this?
Oh.
You see, Rosemount's got it figured out. If you work it inside, you might make it. You might not make it. Might get a bound. Might put it back in. Might make a trip to the free throw line, Or, in this case, get the ball out of bounds.
And a foul by the tenacious Mike Laban.
Oh, open for 3. Fakes it. Drives back outside to Narvana. Narvana hits it. Rosemount Irish come back down by 6 now.
And just under a minute, folks, we'll have our halftime interview going with superstar senior Lindsey Krug.
Hope everybody's looking forward to that interview with Lindsey Krug. Nestle with a wicked shot. I don't know what that
Nestle
was.
tries to put it in.
Oh, I think that he made that before the buzzer, but you know.
Didn't go in, Andy.
I don't care. He got the shot off. They were waving no shot. All right, Matt, you want to take over here?
Yeah, I think you said enough. As the band starts to play, the reins will be passed down from Andy Groebner to Lindsey Krug. Can you hear me all right, Lindsey?
Yeah.
So what do you think of the game so far?
I don't know, it's kind of slow. Not a lot of scoring. I didn't know if Rosemount was going to get into double digits.
Now, let's not talk too much trash about Rosemount right now. But your boyfriend is Captain Eric Schneider. Is this correct?
Yeah.
What do you think of his play tonight? Bad, good?
He's doing all right.
Have you been keeping a close eye on him, or were you looking at John Shanka?
No, I don't know. I usually try to watch the whole team and not just Eric. But, no, he's doing pretty well tonight. He's had some decent steals.
Okay, so now for the halftime report. We are going to talk a little about a school activity that isn't mentioned very much, that a lot of people don't know about. It's called the Jefferson Connection. I'm in it, Lindsay's in it, and superstar basketball player Mike Labens is in it. So, Lindsay, why don't you tell us a little bit about the connection?
We're a 28-member show choir that performs about 25 to 30 times a year, including 3 competitions.
Do you have any competitions coming up?
Yeah, we do. February 7th is our first competition in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. We are fairly prepared for it, and we're excited to start our competition season. I don't know.
So who's a better dancer, me or Mike Labens?
I can't answer that. That's
Oh, come
not
on.
fair.
I know. I know you don't want to hurt Mike's feelings too bad right now.
I do have to say you probably have better jazz hands.
So, do you think the keys for the Rosemount Irish, do you think you know any keys to the game that they could work on to try to come back?
Their offense, just try to get the...
They need to score more points.
Yeah. But,
And, the Jefferson need to score less points for Rosemount to win. Would that be right?
sure, yeah.
Okay.
Probably. Usually.
Well, Lindsay, we thank you for coming down to talk to us. And now the mic will be passed over to the football, next year's captain, and leading quarterback, Tom Hilden.
Thanks, Matt.
Well, this is Andy Groebner, and I'm back here with superstar football player and Tommy quarterback, Thomas Hilden. How you doing, Tommy?
I'm doing just fine. How about you, Andrew?
Pretty well, pretty well. So, I'm just going to ask you a couple questions about football,
That's just fine.
What's your favorite formation?
I'd have to say probably trips.
What was that?
That'd be trips with 3 wide receivers to one side.
Okay, interesting. How about your favorite pass?
Pass. That'd probably have to be the old out and up. You get the D-back thinking one thing, and then boom, you burn him for a touchdown.
Okay. Who's your favorite kicker for the Jefferson Jaguars?
Well, if I can't consider myself a kicker, then I'd have to say Andrew Groebner, definitely.
Okay. So what was your record this fall for football?
Not real great.
How about numbers? Was it 5-5 or not, Tom?
I believe so.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed to know.
All right.
So, who are next year's captains?
Next year's captains would be myself, John Gibbs, Sean Androff, and Mr. Jason Riesberg.
Okay, you guys looking forward to the season? Going kind of, just wanted to get over with. What's your thoughts on next year?
No, we're definitely hyped up for next year. We got a lot of returning talent. And
such as
returning starters.
Myself.
Myself. John Gibbs, Androff, Riesberg, Kevin Safaris. We just have many returning starters. And the kicker, Andrew Groebner, of course, the lead man on the team.
Can't leave that one out.
No, you can't.
Sounds good. What's your biggest competition you looking for?
The Lakevilles Lakeville will be good. They had a lot of juniors last year. Burnsville's always good. And I don't know, Eden Prairie won't be as strong as they have been, but we don't play them in our late conference schedule next year. So that's kind of interesting.
Okay, now about the game. What do you think about the game? What does the Jefferson Jaguars need to do, to come out with a victory?
Well, I think just do what they're doing because, Rosemount's pretty bad. They haven't won a game yet. So, just keep points to the board, They're dishing it down low. And they're getting the easy buckets, and that's what they need to do all night, and they'll just be fine.
Okay, thank you, Tom Hilden. Enjoy the rest of the game. Now we're going to let you, the TV viewers at home, enjoy the rest of the halftime and maybe go get some popcorn and milk.
How about that, Tommy Hilden, folks? You really need to come out and see him next year as the starting quarterback once again. He's a great, great player. Speaking of great players, we're going to do another player spotlight. This time it's going to be on Andy Skoglund, who for some reason is playing the trombone right now. Maybe we get a shot of him in the game. And there he is, folks. Andy Skoglund. We're trying to get a focus, and we're going to get back to that player profile. Once again, we cannot say why he's playing with the band tonight and why he's not playing with the Jaguars. But, you want to do the profile, Andy?
Sure. Who is Andrew Skoglund? 10th grade at Burlington Jefferson, number 55. Height, 6'11". Weight, 210. Not bad for a tall guy. Favorite pro player, Will the Thrill Chamberlain. Or is it Wilt?
Wilt the Stilt.
Wilt the Stilt.
Did you say the Thrill?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's Will Clark. Favorite school subject?
That's what the ladies called him.
Favorite school subject, band. Favorite food, meatloaf. Favorite movie, Monty Python. And the Quest for the Holy Grail.
His favorite entertainer is Dave Letterman. His favorite music group is the Jefferson Marching Band, who he's playing with right now. And his basketball goals are to dunk more, which would be exciting, but he's not playing basketball right now, which is a sad, sad situation.
So we're about to get to the second half started here with the Jefferson Jaguars leading 21-15 over the Rosemount Irish. Man, what do you think the Jaguars have to do this half, to maintain the lead and pull away with another victory?
Well, I think they need to continue working it inside to the big men, John Shanka and Steve Nestle. I think Mike Labens needs to step it up a little more and put a little more pressure on the defense.
Okay.
And for the Irish, I think for them to take the lead again, they need more play. They need Mark Lee, or Daniel Lee, their big man, to get past Nestle and Shanka. They need to stop passing it around the perimeter and get it more inside. And just basically score more points.
Sounds good, Matt. Again, they're at the scores table discussing something. I'm unsure as to what they're discussing. So, might have a word or two for you. Boy, am I having a tough tonight. But,
the second half is about to get underway.
No jump ball. No jump ball. There's no jump ball. I've never noticed that.
There is never.
Maybe I gotta pay more attention to the game and start talking about stats and stuff.
Mark Efron comes out quick.
Underneath the Nestle, he's got two there.
Nestle with an easy one.
Daniel Lee's got to mark up closer to that.
I hope Rosemount hasn't given up already and just are going to give the game away right now because I'm going to get really bored if that's the case.
We might just turn the televisions off and head home.
How about that Lindsay Krug?
Yeah, she's really interesting. She's, fun to listen to,
And a heck of a singer. She sang the national anthem last Friday. Wow.
Oh. I didn't know if they were going to play the basketball game. Everybody's in such awe that on national anthem, they forgot there's a basketball game.
We got a lot of members of the connection here tonight. We got Labens on the court. You got me. You got John Richards to the right of me taking stats. You got Chris Foster, Seth Boyle, Lindsay Krug.
Where are they at?
Anna Turner. It's really, Courtney Robinson. It's good to see that other activities can come out and support the sports, and the sports can support the activities by coming to their concerts and various other things.
Yeah. It was really fun tonight to watch head coach of Rosemount Irish, Steve Bender. He's really animated, you know. It's kind of like a Clint Haskins, you know, getting into the games, you know, taking the suit coat off, you know, untaking the tie. As you probably hear him through the microphones.
Bender is the man.
Bender. Let me tell you about Bender.
I call him Benny the Bender.
Why's that, Matt?
Because he bends a lot. Let's see if Drug can drain another three. Oh, he passes that up to Narva.
In the corner to Drug.
Almost bobbled away by Nirvana.
Ooh, they're working inside. Hit away by
Labens with the tough D. It looked like he put a little jazz hand in when he smacked that ball away.
Maybe he did, Matt. Maybe he did. Complete air ball again by Rosemount.
And it looks like we have some celebrities in the crowd, too.
Who's that?
Quarterback sensation Tom Hilden, of course.
Of course.
We got the huge Matt Melberg.
That guy's huge, but not compared to Dave Sikora, is he?
Dave Sikora's not here tonight, so Matt Melberg had to step in and fill his shoes.
Actually, Sikora's here.
Oh, where is he?
Down to the right in the crowd. You can see him almost.
Okay. All right.
It's coming on your TV screen. If the camera keeps going to the left, as soon as the ball's right there. The big guy. Second to the right with the hat.
In the front row.
Big guy. Huge guy.
Nestle with 2 points.
He's sitting next to homecoming queen Alexis Holmes. She's pretty big.
What?
I don't know. What are you doing?
All right.
I just got to the big
Rosemount
thing.
score a point.
I just got to the big thing. I don't know what I was. Sorry.
Rosemount with the points. First points of the quarter. It's now 26-17. Schneider with
Schneider's
the
big.
jumper.
Let me tell you about Schneider. He's big.
Okay, I'm going to have to pass the mic over to Joe Hebling over there, if you can control yourself. A little too much Mountain Dew for you, I think. Labens with the tough D. Oh, he's not going to let him get by. Is that another foul by Labens? The ref, 3, 4, yes. Labens getting into it tonight.
Crowd might start chanting Labens, but, you know.
So, Andy, is he a big kid?
He's big.
Oh, and he's coming out.
Big guy's coming to John Shanka.
And it's also good to see my girlfriend out there in the audience, Angie Ohado.
Right, we're not supposed to talk about social, you know? Supposed to stay away from that. But if you want to give a shout out to Angie, go ahead.
What's up, Angie?
Okay. I just like to give a shout out to my good friend, you know, sophomore Mark Gilmer. You know, just give a shout out. Hope he's at home listening.
It's now 28-18. Jaguars still have a commanding lead.
Brown in the corner. Up top to Schneider. Looking around, holding the ball up high. Ooh, that's kind of like a crawling defense. For the thumb D, you know. But,
for those of you who don't know, Andy and I and some other people on our intramural team have invented an unstoppable defense that isn't widely used yet. I don't know if it's approved by the NBA yet, so it's called the thumb defense. And what it involves is just sticking your thumb in someone's face. And they can't get around that.
No.
You're not
psychologically, physically.
I mean, it's just a little thumb, but if you want to take a thumb in the eye, go right ahead. But I'd like to meet the man that would want to do that.
Yeah. Oh, guess we got a foul.
The big man, John Shanka, arguing with the referee.
That's what he does best.
Let's just hope he doesn't get ejected.
Shanka, you know. Can't play basketball, but he's sure a good foul getter.
Oh, he can play basketball. Shanka! Oh,
Shanka.
The ear block.
Shanka didn't want to pick up another foul, so he kind of laid off.
It's not often that Lance Glosmeyer can get by John Shanka.
Shanka controlling over to Brown. Ooh, off the back of the rim. Brown's kind of, you know, I don't want to be mean, but usually compared to his usual performances, he's kind of cold. He's 2 for 10 overall. Drug with another 2.
This could be a comeback for the Rosemount, throwing down by 6 now, and there's about 4 minutes left to go in this quarter. The Jaguar, I can see on their faces, they're getting a little worried here.
No, they're playing games, I think. Just, kind of playing around with the Irish, Maybe it's the luck of the Irish keeping them in.
I don't know. Maybe. Once again, this game is brought to you by Jefferson High School's television station, WJAG-TV, an affiliate of BEC-TV, cable channel 32, Bloomington, Minnesota.
Let me tell you, Minnesota's big.
As the cheerleaders exit the court and the players walk back on,
Eric Lean puts water bottles down.
let's hope Eric Lean won't have to be the water boy for too much longer. He's a fantastic player.
Schneider bounces to Brown. Brown controlling. Not often do you see a sophomore controlling the ball, bringing it down the court. Jaguars had great
Cutterly
basketball.
bounces it off. Drugs leg.
Jaguars had a great basketball player. Doug Hoff, 4 years. Started all 4 years. Scored over 1,000 points. Set the all-time school record for scoring. Schneider's got Heffron wide open. They bound it. Brown thinking about 3. Back to Heffron.
Schneider wide open on the perimeter. Kicks it out to Schneider. Back to Heffron. And John Shaka, is he going to dunk it? No, he just goes for the easy jumper, and it falls through.
He likes to hit every single part of the rim before it goes in. So, he kind of lets it dance on the rim for a while before it falls.
Keeps the crowd in suspense.
Yeah. We kind of need that tonight. It's kind of a dull game so far. Because nobody's hit the rafters on the ceiling.
And there's no
Drugs fall short. Brown's
Andy
fouled.
Groebner.
Yeah.
Can't say that enough.
Brown outside to Heffron. Albert coming outside. Passes to Heffron. Back to Schneider. Schneider for 3 short. Gives a valiant effort on the rebound, but doesn't come up with it.
Oh!
Albert! That's my boy, Joe!
Joe Albert with the nice block.
Oh, I think that might be Albert's first block on the season. Let me check.
Wow. And they convert on that. John Shanka puts in the easy 2 again. How many points did John Shanka have tonight?
12.
12 points.
14
points.
It's Albert's first block on the season.
And a heck of a block it was. Narva for 3.
Well, not many good three-point shooters tonight, It's kind of been, an inside game. Sometimes it's got to be like that. Have games where, you can hit from half court 50% of the time, Have games where you got to bring it inside.
Before the game, I was talking to some kids in Narva's science class, and they like to call him Narva the larva. Because he's really into, biology and all that cocoon stuff.
That's really interesting,
Is he really, I think he wants to study the larva stage of insect development when he gets a little older.
That's good to see that, students are involved in more than just basketball, Today in the student-athlete thing, there's not much students, It's all athlete,
Yeah.
Trying to get the big bucks in the pros, It's good to see somebody's involved in larva.
Oh, Brown open on the perimeter. Oh,
You
he's
gotta get
quickly covered by number 35, Bob Redding.
Heffron up top.
Oh, a little miscommunication there, but Eric Schneider recovers nicely.
Matt, guess who's the most faithful Jaguar athletic supporter? He comes to almost every sporting event, all sports. Take a guess.
Tommy Wynn?
No, it's not.
No, let me guess again. Is it Byron Vacaris?
No, it's not Byron. Ooh, dancing move by there.
Is it the crazy Doc Borman?
No, Doc Borman. Although Doc Borman does come to the games.
All right, Andy, I give up. Who is it?
The Sun current photographer. He said every game almost all the
David
time.
Eyestone?
What?
David Eyestone, I believe, is
David Eyestone, yes, you got it completely correct. He's coming to the screen, sitting all alone with his camera at the edge of the bleachers as the camera rushes by. Comes down almost every game to pick up pictures. You see him here, he's on the right of the screen, right there. Outside to Schneider, fakes the 3. Travel.
Oh, Evans didn't like that.
Evans is up now. Evans doesn't get up often. Doesn't want to get a stain on his shirt.
Curley and Nestle come into the game. Joe Albert will stay in. Probably after that great block, you don't want to take him out.
Albert's getting plenty of playing tonight, which is good to see.
You know, in these lackadaisical games, it's good for teams because it gives the players that don't get a lot of playing time a chance to get out there and shine.
Yeah. As Joel did with that wonderful block off the
And it looks like the Jags are going to run away with this one. They now lead by 15 with 1 minute left in the third. But you never know.
Hey, Matt, who are the Jefferson cheerleaders tonight?
Jefferson cheerleaders are Brooke Davis, junior Sony Spandy, junior Melissa Hall, and senior Megan Benson and senior Melanie Wilbur. Oh no, I don't see Megan Benson here tonight. It looks like Christina Hewolf is filling in for her.
Okay.
And Beth Erickson.
Thanks for coming, cheerleaders. This game's about to get started again with 1:01 left in the third period. Or that's a quarter, actually. We have in basketball. Jaguars lead 37-22, up by 15, if you can do the math. If you can't do the math. Hey, Matt, another Jefferson kid.
Oh, it's getting out of hand. Oh, good thing the referees broke that up in time.
Another brawl out there, Matt, possibly.
Rosemount was getting a little indignant because they're down by 15. It looked like he was putting a few punches to Mark Heffron's face behind the referee's back. But
hey, Matt, were they getting indignant?
Yes.
For us, uneducated and sportscast announcers, what does indignant mean?
I heard it on Mighty Ducks, and Gordon Bombay said when this team was losing really hard, he says, we need to get indignant, and then they all went out and fouled everybody. So
Okay.
I assume it means something along those lines. I know I used it right. I couldn't give you the exact definition. I'm not too good at that.
Hey, Matt, do you know anybody that was in Mighty Ducks too? Or drove any buses in
Yeah,
Mighty
my
Ducks?
dad actually. He drove a bus in Mighty Ducks too.
What part was that?
It's right after Gordon Bombay gets injured. You see the bus pulling in to a Greyhound depot in St. Paul, right by Mickey's Diner.
Okay, yeah.
And my dad's driving the bus. You can't see him, but he's there. He's driving the bus.
You can tell by the way he's driving that's not how he's driving.
It's so smoothly done.
You know what we haven't seen tonight? Joel Overshoot. Have we seen Joel Overshoot tonight, statistician? Have we seen Joel Overshoot tonight?
Checking with our statistician,
No.
Joe Ebling.
Jim Ebling.
Jim Ebling.
No, we have not.
Brother of Judy Ebling.
Yeah, it would be fun if Jim's sister Judy Ebling was in the house tonight.
Judy, of course, a recent graduate of Jefferson High School. And the quarter comes to a close. It's 37-22. The Jags are ahead. Still by 15.
Guess what time it is, Matt?
What time would that be, Andy?
Player profile!
Uh-oh.
Who are we doing tonight's player profile on tonight, Matt?
Well, who haven't we done it on? How about we do it on Coach Jim Williams?
Okay, Jimmy
Well,
Williams.
The assistant coaches don't get much recognition, so here we go. So, Andy, who is Jim Williams?
Jim Williams is a 1983 graduate of Edina High School. Boo. Just kidding. His team won Region 6A championship. Coach Williams attended Normandale College, as did Coach Jeff Evans, and played on the state fourth place team.
Wow, hey.
Is there anything else about Jim that we do know?
There is actually. He completed college at the University of Minnesota and Mankato State. Coach Williams also teaches adaptive physical education in Minnetonka. Prior to coaching at Jefferson, he coached at Edina.
Boo. Boo.
And he also coached at Albert Lee, Midwest High Schools.
Hey, all those females that are single out there, Coach Jim Williams isn't a bad-looking guy, so.
We haven't seen much playing time from Sean Doyle tonight. Like we were talking about last Friday, he is a secret weapon, and when you're up by 15, you just don't need the secret weapon in the game.
No. So, they're going to keep, Sean Doyle on the bench tonight. Efron controlling. I think if Rosemount uses a crossover dribble.
Oh, and it slips through Jeff Cutterly's fingers.
If Jefferson used a crossover dribble, I think it'd be highly more effective. They'd be winning right now. They'd be 11-0, otherwise 1-0-11. You agree?
If Rosemount did that?
Yeah.
I think they need to get Drug back into the game and drain some more threes.
Yeah, Drug can do that well as senior. Actually, he's 11th grader. He's standing 5'10". So expect big things from Drug next year.
He is a junior captain.
You don't see many junior captains these days.
I know someone who's a junior captain of a soccer team. Do you know who that is, Andy?
No.
Aren't you the captain?
Oh, gosh. I forgot there for a second.
Oh, gotcha.
So, yeah.
How did the soccer team do this year?
They had a more successful season than they expected. We won the Lake Conference. Went to our season, region ranked 4th. And won.
And they're going to count it.
And we lost to 5th ranked Burnsville in a tragic game. You know, in those 4th to 5th place games, you know, anything can happen. That happened, you know, in the 4th, in the Region 6A football game. Jefferson, number 5, played Edina number 4. Edina came out with a victory there. So anything can happen in those games. Let me tell you about Shaka from the free throw line. He has 17 points. So I'm talking about John Shaka from the free throw line, Jimmy Eveling. John Shaka from the free throw line. 33 of 48, 68.1%, which just went up a little bit. It's about maybe almost 69% now. Currently with the steal almost.
It looks like the Rosemount coaches took my advice and they put drug back into the game.
You know, people, you know, got this game all over the place, you know, to see if they can pick anything up from the great basketball people we are.
And it's into number
Bob
35. Bob Redding.
Dropped it off to Nirvana.
Jog could almost shoot that, but Cutterly's too good on
Inside. Nestle. The throws his arm down in disgust.
Nestle didn't like that call.
Looks like he's picking his nose. What if he's got something interesting up there? Mike Lavin steps into the court.
Oh, no, they're taking Shanka off.
Oh, they're supposed to get a foul with Shanka out of the game.
And the crowd stands up and gives Shanka a standing O as he leaves the court.
Rosemount now trails 40-26. 6:28 left in the 4th. Now 40-27.
Lance Glosmeyer makes both free throws.
That's a cool name. Not as cool as John Hanlon.
Not as cool as Chris Landganger. That's probably not how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm going to say it.
Not as cool as Peter Pay.
Peter Pan?
Oh, Peter Pay.
Oh, Peter Pay.
He's big. Peter Pay's big.
How big is Peter Pay?
I don't know.
You just like to say Peter Pay?
I just like to say people are big.
We haven't seen much playing time by Peter Pay. He's number 51 in the Irish. We'll see if he gets in later in the game.
He's pretty big.
It's a foul on Narva the Larva. Funny name.
Yeah, I don't know who could come up with the name Narva the Larva. That's quite a, you know, creative
Yeah, it must be tough to come up with rhymes, Andy.
Shut up.
Heffron taking his time.
Schneider, Labens, and Nestle moving around underneath. They find Nestle.
Oh!
Foul on number 41, Jeff Eckerman. Nestle go back to the line.
Eckerman, a senior captain.
Nestle leads the team in free throw percentage, so it's always good to see him there.
This game is brought to you partly by McDonald's. And if you come down to the Jaguar Arena, you get a program, and inside it's get a buy one, get one free Big Mac or a quarter pounder with cheese. So come on, support the Jaguars. It's, I think, $4 or $5 for adults to get in, but you get your money right back with that free quarter pounder, right?
Yes, sir, you do, Matt. Who else is the game brought to you by, Matt?
It's brought to you by Coast to Coast Hardware at Valley West.
Yeah, I know the guy that owns the Coast to Coast. His name is Brad Sailors. You know, coached my baseball team for a year or two. He's a good neighbor. He's a great guy. So, try to. Oh, Jimmy Evelyn, he's next to me. He was on my baseball team. So try to make your way down to Coast True Valley Hardware.
Hopefully you'll get a little extra money for saying that. Did you just say Coast to Coast True Value?
I did. I'm sorry. Brad Sailor is a good guy.
For that now. Labens with the 2. The crowd's going nuts.
I'm sorry. Brad Sailors owns True Value, not Coast to Coast. So
okay, how many points does Labens have tonight? 2 points for Labens. It's only 2, but that was a fantastic shot.
He's got.
Daniel Lee's on the ground. Oh, looked like a fight was about to break out.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen a really good fight. I went to a hockey game a few years ago. Roller hockey game, greatest fight I've ever seen. There was a gross misconduct. You know what that is, Matt? No. You're kicked out of the league. The guy,
Seriously?
yeah, he got in a fight with the ref. He got a gross misconduct. He got kicked out of the league.
The ref kicked him out of the league right on the spot.
He kicked him out right on the spot. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen. There's gloves everywhere, sticks everywhere.
Labens takes another shot. Oh, my God! Oh, Labens!
Labens is on fire!
Oh!
Labens has got 4 points on the night.
Labens puts the nail in the coffin.
Ooh, that's a
Irish.
bold statement with 4:18 left.
Oh, Mike Labens! 2 for 2 on his last 2 shots. How about that?
Labens is, whoa, it's great to see.
You know, is that basketball net on fire?
Oh, it is, just like the video game NBA Jam. It's on fire.
Oh, the crowd's getting excited now. They're getting into this game as the game winds down with 4 minutes left. It's now 45-27. Oh, they're doing the classic "We Got Spirit, how about you?" arguing with the other side.
Who's gonna win? The Jaguars
Oh, the
win.
Jaguars, they're saying, we got more. So I think, they're stomping on their seats.
You know, when they're stomping on the seats, they're getting serious.
Oh, it looks like the Jaguars won. Rosemount just gave up, just like they gave up in this basketball game. Their fans are giving up on the "We Got Spirit" game, too.
Hey, Matt, do you know in the fourth quarter, Jefferson has 179 points this year, averaging 16.3 points per quarter?
Is that good?
That's pretty good. They average 54.3 points a game and average giving up 53.
So who's the highest scorer?
Oh, that'd be Steve Nestle, fouled closely by John Shanka, the lead foul getter. Ooh,
League foul
mishandled by.
committer.
What did I say?
Getter.
It's something
You don't
I
get
know.
fouls, you have to earn them. You have to
Absolutely
commit
right.
them. And just like crimes, John Shanka likes committing fouls.
Absolutely right there, man. Let's see what I can find out here on the stats.
Just kidding, we don't want to get John Shanka in any trouble.
Joe Albert has 1 turnover, 4 assists, oh wait, that's Schneider.
Oh, Labens had to tie his shoes, so they stopped the game for a second, but
Schneider's got 8 rebounds, 2
Close
for 4
fire.
from the field, 0 for 2 from free throw, 2 for 2 from about 2 feet away.
and it's
Pretty good night
Joe
for
Epple
Schneider.
from way downtown with the 3.
How far downtown was he, Matt?
Way downtown. Joe Epple, haven't seen much from him, but he's a 6'3" junior forward for the Rosemount Irish.
Bounce pass to Snyder. Nestle, he kind of gets poked in the back.
I'd really like to see a dunk.
I was talking to John Shonkin today. He said, hey, that was Steve Nestle I was talking to. Nobody has dunked against him this year, nor have they dunked against an opponent. So it
Wow.
would be kind of, different to see a dunk in a Jefferson Jaguar basketball game this year.
Tim Brown answers Joe Epple's 3 with his own 3. How many 3s is that for Brown in this game?
How many threes is that for Brown this game, statistician? Is that
Jim
2?
Eveling's a little slow with the
2
stats.
for 6?
How many 3-pointers, Jim?
2 for 6 from three-point land. I don't need the statistician. I got everything in my head. Brown and Schneider.
And Andy Frazier. It looks like he's going to come into the game.
That's cool.
Yeah. Labens for 3! Oh! Looked like he was fouled. He must have been fouled on that one, because when Labens takes a 3, he does not miss.
No, there's at least 4 fouls.
Especially when he's on fire like he is tonight.
You don't miss when you're on fire.
I think he's inspired by the fancy dressing of Coach Jeff Evans.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with Laban's performance
I
tonight.
saw him crying before the game.
Why?
He was, so inspired, Kind of like, when Kirby Puckett hits a home run in the sixth game of the World Series to send it down to 7. People cried. Mike Laban saw Jeff Evans all dressed up. He cried.
Yeah.
Schneider bounding it. He almost violated the 5-second rule.
Presley is fouled.
Or did he commit a foul? We are not sure yet. Looks like he was fouled. He'll go to the line. Like I said earlier, it's always good to have at the line.
What? He what? He's an ex-golfer? I've just received word from sophomore John Weber sitting behind me that one of the coaches on the Rosemount Irish is a former Gopher player.
Who's that?
He's probably either Todd Starner or Ilaska Crittenden. And
Isaiah Clinton
it is
is
Crittenden.
ex-Minnesota Gopher. I've never heard of him. Oh, that's a nice shot by number 33, Joe Eppel.
The Jaguars lead 50 to 32 right now. Joe Albert with the shot.
Oh, Albert!
And the crowd's on their feet standing up for Albert.
Let me tell you about Joe Albert. He's got great work ethic. He's always like one of the first
Oh
people.
my gosh, Joe Eppel with another three.
I'm talking here. Albert's usually one of the first people to practice, practice on his shot, work using the big ball, try to work on his shot. Too bad he's not fat like other people on the team. He'd have more rebounds.
And Andy Frazier comes into the game. He's working hard. He wants to start probably next game. And it looked like Danny Lee smacked him on the head there.
That was pretty funny.
That's not a very nice how do you do when you come into the game. You don't want to get smacked on the head like that.
It's kind of like when Michael
Labens!
Oh!
Labens again!
Oh, he fouled!
Oh my gosh!
Finally they called it.
Mike Labens will come to the line and shoot two.
Kind of how he's talking about getting smacked on the head. Michael Jordan welcomed Dikembe Mutombo to the NBA.
Dikembe Mutombo?
Whatever.
Oh.
He looked at him. He said, "Welcome to the NBA." He was taking a free throw. He closed his eyes, shot the ball, went in, and then he winked at him. With his eyes closed, he winked at him.
That's great.
I just think that's, something to say. Laban's going to the line.
Let's see if Labens can have 6 points.
He's shooting 33.3% from the line this year.
It's not too good. Oh, but his average just went up there.
Well, now he's 3 for 7. It's not bad. So I don't think you need to rip on Labens,
Well, Labens is a great guy, but he's a better dancer than he is a basketball player.
4 from 8. He just went from 33.3% up to 50%. Foul on Jefferson.
Mike Labens was 6 for 8 on free throws. His field goal percentage was 33%.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look at that. Now he's 8 for 10, 80%.
You're making him sound bad.
You're the one who said he's not pretty good. So don't be throwing stuff back in my face. Jaguars lead 54 to 38 here in the fourth quarter with 1:20 left in the fourth. Jaguars look on their way to another victory, the second in a row. That'll be their record up to 7-5, bouncing the Rosemount Irish record down to 0-12. That'll be a tough one. Shaka's getting his ankle attended to. It's still in pain. So, that stinks.
Besides his playing time, it hasn't affected him much in tonight's matchup. As they get ready to enter the court once again.
So, looks like we're ready to play some more basketball. Another mid-20 worth.
And the ex-golfer, Hosea Crittenden, looking stylish, too. I think he might beat out Jeff Evans even with that nice little brown ensemble he's got going. Oh, my God!
Oh, Hendrickson! Hendy's got to get tough there,
Quarterback Tom Hilden on his feet. Hand over his mouth. In shock.
Oh, no, it's a foul call. What's that?
Oh, Evans.
Evans saying something I don't know what it means. Before we end our show tonight, I'd like to thank our halftime guests, Tom Hilden and Lindsey Krug, add a little bit to the show.
Yeah, it's good for them to come in. Lindsey knows a lot about the game. A lot of people don't know this. Lindsey Krug doesn't play basketball, but she watches SportsCenter, instead of sleeping at night, she watches SportsCenter over and over and over.
Don't forget, she's a scout for the WNBA.
Oh, yeah. Total, and I think she's one of the assistant coaches. I think next year she's going to be a head coach. Wait a minute, is Laban's going to take some more free throws?
I think he is. Laban's going back to the line. He's got an 8 for 10 on the season. See what he can do here. Oh,
Yes, and he makes another one. Laban's is on fire!
Statistician Jimmy been telling me he's 3 for 3 from the line tonight. I already knew that, and I didn't request it.
4 for 4.
So unless I
Laban.
request information, please don't feed it to me. Oh, way downtown. Oh, short. Maybe if he wasn't 45 feet away from the hoop.
Laban's has started only 4 out of 10 games. But after Laban's performance tonight, I think he might be starting every other game.
Every other game or every game from now on?
Every game from now on. Every other game besides this one.
Okay. Yeah, you just gotta, let the crowd at home know what you're saying, You just can't, leave them hanging and go, what was he trying to say? Like I do very often.
I think you're talking way too much as Laban's will approach the line again.
Really? You guys should tone it down a little bit?
I don't know.
No, just, I don't want to, ruin the show by saying too much. If you want me to... Did he make that one?
Laban's did make that one. And he shoots again. Oh! Nothing but net.
Who is this kid?
Who is
Wait,
that?
that's your line. Sorry.
58 to 39 now. Oh, Laban's... I don't know if they should have taken him out right there. He's made a million points this game.
That's what you call
that's no
well-deserved
exaggeration.
rest.
It is now 1,058 to 39 after that million Laban scored. Actually, it's not a million, but it seems like that because Rosemount hasn't been scoring that much.
So Jaguars have risen above their game average on points, and they're and they've held the Rosemount Irish below their games points allowed per game.
3-point attempt by Chris Landgager, nothing but net, but it didn't go in.
Hit the wrong side of the net. Albert with the travel. I thought he was pushed. By Lance Glassmeyer. Maybe he's just getting, mad that they're losing. He's starting to push, Joe Albert around. You can't do that. Just because he's skinny doesn't give you a right to push him around. Right, Matt?
Yeah.
Man, am I talking too much tonight? Getting the impression you think I'm talking too much. Is your microphone on there?
Yes, it is. Oh, well, Nick Zilka! When did he get in the game?
I don't know. I think he just walked onto the court.
Nick Zilka, we're going to call him the magician because he just did some kind of reappearing act and he was suddenly on the court and he gets fouled and he's going to take 2 shots right now.
The viewers at home now get to see the black shoes that we were talking about.
Nick Zilka, a sophomore, did not play in the JV game today. They're saving him for the sophomore game, hoping for the easy victory as people yell, "Go Big Z." From behind me.
The sophomores in the crowd are, cheering on this fellow sophomore. He's 0 for 2 from the line now. That's tough. Yeah, I'd just be happy to be in there if I was a sophomore. 4-3.
Landgager again doesn't make it.
I think if Rosemount, got a penny.
Oh, they're going to alley-oop it to Zilka. Oh, and he misses the easy points, but Hendrickson lays it right back in. Oh, and Sean Doyle and John Gibbs go out and give Nick Zilka a little work over.
Want to thank you for making it, watching tonight's game on BEC TV as you watch Jefferson Jaguars gain their second consecutive victory, 60 to 39 over the Rosemount Irish, who have held 0-12 now.
A commanding victory. I think why the Jaguars won tonight was because of the outstanding play by Mike Labans. You don't see that very much. Probably the fact that Eric Lean has his cast off and Jeff Evans looks so good in that suit.
He looks, it's inspirational when the coaches dress up like that.
So what do you think added to the Jaguar victory?
Heffron had new shoes. The band was here. Like you said, Evans is dressed up. Whole shebang. So, we got to thank you for coming out tonight. Hope we can. Next home game is in a week and 3 days, next Tuesday. So, hope we can come out
and pretty soon, Crunch from the Minnesota Timberwolves will be here. And you have anything else to say, Andy?
I'm fresh out of words, so I'd just like to say thank you for coming out tonight.
Good working with you again, Andy.
Yes, okay. Good night.
See you later.